Joining us now to discuss is Wealth Consulting Group CEO Jimmy Lee. Happy Friday, Jimmy.
Thank you. Hi.
Look, we're heading into a Thanksgiving week. What do you make of the gyrations in the market that we've seen this week? Big losses, big gains.
I think it's just a little bit of profit taking and uncertainty about the potential tax reform that we have coming up here. And while I think that the stock market's somewhere between fully valued and maybe even expensive, I think we've got more room to run. I don't think that the stock market's fully priced in the impact of the reform potentially.
Yeah, UBS put out a note, and they essentially said the same thing, that this market is going to take off, especially if we get that corporate tax rate. Where do you think we go from here? How high do we go?
Well, the scenario that I see that could potentially play out is maybe a 5 to 10% increase up to the reform. But I do believe that it could be the catalyst that finally causes the volatility and the correction that we've all been waiting for. Everybody's been talking about that we haven't had a 3% or more correction in over a year now.
Yeah.
So I think that this could be the catalyst for it.
Yeah, correction is brewing. Are you surprised that we're seeing declines in the market today? The Dow's almost near the session lows, about 5-6 points away, even though the House passed tax reform. So there's concern that the Senate could be the graveyard of this legislation. Sure.
You know, the Senate bill is going to have a tack on with the potential repeal of the individual mandate. So I think that gives a little bit of cause for concern. But I also think that there's a lot of, optimism about the Senate passing. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure when the Senate does pass that the House is going to have to go along with it.
Yeah, Jimmy, your answers are good. So let me give you one more question because you're short and sweet. What sectors are you putting your money?
Well, because we think that the market's fully valued, we've tilted our portfolios towards value.
Okay.
And healthcare and financial stocks.
Thank you. That's the closing bell. Let's send it over to David Asman and Melissa Francis.